Take it slow, Tahoe. That's what I do.
Stay to the left to Talent Road.
Alright. There we go. So we just got right off of the highway. I think, I don't know if that was 50 or 88. It might turn into 88, but we're off of that small 2-lane highway, kind of the main highway that connects to Highway 50, and now we're heading towards the lake.
In a quarter of a mile, you'll arrive at Kiva Beach.
Okay, quarter of a mile. And then we got cyclists that are just right in the middle of the road. Moved off, thank you. And so you share the road with cyclists, probably pedestrians, dogs, cats, bears, snakes, lizards, horse. You never know what you'll see back here, so just take it slow. You don't have to be in a rush. Getting there's half the fun. Or like they say, I don't know what the sayings are, the journey is half the fun or something like that. Who knows? Okay, so we can go right. The arrows say go right. And we've arrived. Let's see what this parking situation is like. It is now 10:27 in the morning and plenty of parking. That's a good thing.
But where's the
Question
beach?
is, yeah, where's the beach? Where's the launch? Do we have to drag our kayaks a long way? And we don't know yet. So we have to hop out and kind of do a survey of the area and see what it takes to get out there and get going.
Kayak there, but it's on the car. So.
Kayak on the car. I'm just going to take one of these long ass parking spaces because I can. Just pull right in. That's what we need for this long ass truck with kayaks in the back. Hi, Kari. Okay, well, let's get to it. And as you can see, there's a lot of parking space, big dumpster. Got the truck here, fits nicely. Not cramped at all. These are big spaces here at Kiva Beach, where they say is very beautiful for launching your kayak. But we're not sure how far away the launching point is, so we have to kind of get out and survey it. But the parking is great, a lot of space. It's kind of an adventure, right? We don't really know how things are laid out, so you kind of have to do a discovery, which is what we're doing. We're on a trail. It's going to be a little bit of a walk, and we only have one set of transport wheels for a kayak, for one kayak, so we have to do a round trip. You can see we can't even see the water or the beach yet, so it's going to be a little bit of a walk. I'm guessing maybe a quarter to a half mile. And like I said, we'll have to do 2 trips because we have 2 kayaks and we only have one set of transport wheels. Or if we can possibly stack one on top of the other and use the one set of wheels. I think that'll be a little challenging, but that would save us a round trip back to the truck and back again. I'm gonna fork off to the right here. It's very interesting. Oh, I thought it was like a kind of a makeshift sculpting of wood, but it looks like the root system from a tree that toppled over, and that's frickin' awesome. Never seen anything like this before. Yeah, this is the bottom of the tree. Amazing. It's the whole root system exposed. Not the whole root system, but whatever was left. Beautiful. We could launch from here very easily, and the waters are pretty calm.
Is this the right place?
What do you think? Look at how calm. Easily launch from here.
But I think it's in the other side.
It fell over at the beach, Lake Tahoe, and has been here for some time. And there are the roots. So beautiful. It's like the biggest piece of driftwood I've ever seen. If you would classify it as driftwood, it's really just a big ass long ass tree that face planted itself on the beach, I think, similar to this tree. So we're here at the beach at Kiva Beach, Lake Tahoe. That's the lake, which is nice. It's beautiful. But look at what is directly across, adjacent. This incredible, picturesque, like Karen said, you feel like you're in Switzerland. Still have white snow-capped mountains and this beautiful, serene, flat sort of lake, body of water with beautiful ducks. Yeah, it's so serene. It's all fenced off, so I doubt we can bring our kayaks back here, but how beautiful would that be if we could bring our kayaks and just float here among the ducks. So beautiful. And she is so beautiful. It's so incredibly beautiful. There's so many things, like this little duck creating that wake. Now he's hiding in the bushes. So pretty. Incredibly peaceful area. Snow-capped mountains reflecting on the water. Just beautiful. And that's not even Lake Tahoe. That's just a kind of an inlet that sort of connects to the beach. Maybe runoff goes into the beach or into the lake over there, or vice versa. So it's not too far from the parking area, probably about 100 yards. And I think I can see the car from here, and we're probably at the halfway point, so it's not too far to launch the kayaks. We just have only one set of wheels per kayak. So we either do 2 trips or 1 trip. We'll try balancing both if that works. Otherwise, we'll just have to be patient and do one at a time. Right. So we're actually able to stack one on top of the other. And pretty smooth so far. How you doing back there?
Good.
All right. We were able to tow both of them. Almost there. All right. We're forked off to the right, and this little pathway to launch where there's fewer people and more of a direct access. All right, so we're getting ready to launch. Safety first. Make sure our vests are on. Karen was asking if everybody's wearing a vest. She says, oh, maybe they're not wearing a vest. You don't know what situation you'll run into where you possibly have to tread water or float for hours if you're out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm putting on a vest. I'm going to empty my pockets too. And everything goes nicely in this vest, which is also nice. It's a storage place for everything, keys, wallet, even the phone. Keep it from adventurers. We're gonna send her off. Grab the handle and push into the water and shake it off. Beautiful. See, now there's a little bit more motion, and that's definitely a wake from one of the boats. Could be a pontoon or a power boat. What were you saying? Not as calm as the other lakes, right? Like Wrights and Jenkinson. But, you know, it's a bigger body of water. This is Lake Tahoe. And I don't know what the volume is, but possibly hundreds of times bigger than the lakes that we kayak in along the Sierra foothills. So, first impressions of the lake, Kari, is that it's a little bit rough, choppy, not what you're used to. But I wouldn't characterize it as choppy because there's really no white caps, and choppy water is really kind of dangerous where you can actually flip over. And this is just a little bit, you know, wavy because of the boats, you know, creating wakes. And then it just goes away and you're calm again. So nothing to really worry about. There's no real inlets or anywhere to explore. Some of those other lakes in the foothills have these nice little inlets and passageways, and they all have like different characteristics, whether they're boulders or, you know, runoff from the mountains. This is really just a long stretch of beach. If I were to guess, it's probably about 1.5 to 2 miles long. And again, this is Kiva Beach. Very popular, plenty of parking, easy to get to. Animal friendly, family friendly. People are pretty mellow here. And a little bit of everything. There's boats, there's kayaks, there's dogs on boats and kayaks. Look at the puppy. He's a cute boy just treading water out here. And he's on a long rope. And Karen is heading the other direction. I'm just following her. It's pretty calm. There's a paddle boat out here. And a couple of kayaks. Some are just relaxing, sun tanning. Just taking in the beautiful day. Feels like around 72, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll check the weather right now. So, Kiva Beach, beautiful clear water, Lake Tahoe. And we are at like the southeast part of South Lake Tahoe, and right off of Highway 50. And way off in the distance there, probably I would say 4 to 5 miles, is kind of downtown or the main strip of South Lake Tahoe, like South Lake Tahoe Boulevard. So directly from here is probably about 4.5 miles. We came from that area, traveled about 2.5 miles on Lake Tahoe Boulevard, made a right onto the highway, and about another 1.5 miles to get here. So very close proximity to Lake Tahoe and where all the action is at on the main boulevard. We'll probably go grab lunch there shortly. I think Karen is done with her part of this tour of Lake Tahoe, our first part. And I guess the other thing to mention is that it's you know, clear out here, but feels a little hazy. Like you can't really see any detail in the mountains off in the distance, and you can't really see much detail, you know, in that direction where I was pointing, South Lake Tahoe, Lake Tahoe Boulevard. Normally you can kind of make out boats and buildings and things, but it's a little bit of a haze out there. Makes it hard to see. And this is what freaks out Karen, is when the boat starts swaying like this, which is more common here because of all the boats that are going by. You can kind of make out some power boats in the distance, wakeboard boats, whatever you call them, and it just ripples through. But you know, it's just momentarily, and then gets back to normal. It's fairly calm over here. Are you ready to get going?
Yeah.
Do you want to grab lunch?
Taco.
Maybe we can grab lunch on Lake Tahoe Boulevard somewhere.
You know, you remember the taco place that we went to before?
Oh yeah, what was the name of that place?
We'll yelp it. It's like a last name.
Yep. Okay. What's that?
The tree.
Oh yeah.
The bar.
Ooh. So, not too far. I can see the truck. We're at the halfway point again. It's just a little bit soft. There's a lot of sand. Surprisingly, going all the way up to the beachfront where we launch from. And so it's really just pulling it through soft sand on these wheels. They're pretty sturdy wheels. But you're really just towing it, pulling it from the front. Can't really push it from behind, even though I have a pusher here. Yeah, baby. All right, let's keep going. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. All right, let's get going before we get hurt. All right, coming up on this truck, I got more of a workout from pulling these kayaks than actually paddling. Whew. As you can see, this lot is full. There was a ton of spaces earlier, not completely, but I'd say 95, 98% empty. When we got here, when did we get here? Like 10:30 or something like that?
No, like 10.
10? And, you know, Karen was right. People want to start later.
I'm always right.
Well, sometimes she's always right. So that's the thing. You never know what situation you'll run into. Last time we ran into a full parking lot right here. We got parking right up to the trail, which was nice. And there's still parking spots left, so that's good.